Well, today on the show, we're back talking to our friend David Wolf here at Grace Healthcare on Broad Avenue.
All right.
We've been to so many of your locations. I had to think a second. Which one are we?
Yeah, we're at the original. This is the.
I remember the first time we shot here. I
mean, heck.
A little bit different. I mean, the layout was. I remember you used to have the lab in the back and everything, but there have been so many changes.
You just finished college. You were an intern.
That was it, yeah. Still had hair. Talking about changes, there's been some changes that have happened with Grace Healthcare here recently.
And I'll tell you what, I want to put this in a way that is to keep it as non-boring as possible, but the reimbursement changes and the things that have happened with the Affordable Health Care Act have made it, as of July 1st, I'll put it back, I'll go back further. December 31st, we took a 15% cut. July 1st, we took a 30% cut on Medicare, on certain Medicare items. It's a huge, I mean, they're talking about 45 to 50%. One of those items was a big one that we do a lot of business in, and that was oxygen. We're very fortunate that it has affected us greatly, no doubt, but Grace Healthcare is spread out and we do enough other things that's not our, it's an important part of our business, no doubt, but we do other things, and we've been around, and we're surviving this is a crucial hit. Mm-hmm. But there's some other companies around, and I really appreciate this. There's some companies that have done great work for years, and on the coast and north of here, in fact, and they've contacted us and said, look, because of the reimbursement cuts, we can't continue, and because of the new auditing requirements, we can't continue doing business at this rate. But we have patients, this is the way that it's expressed, we have patients that need to be taken care of. Are you still going to be out there? And what we've done is we've said, yes, we'll take care of your patients. You can go and sort out and do what, move on to the next chapter or change and diversify, whatever you need to do. But we're accommodating these patients and taking care of these other companies, oxygen patients, CPAP patients, that've had a difficulty. And we're bringing them in, and here's the tough part for us, and we're going to need some help on, and some patience here, is when they leave. No pun intended. Yeah, when we leave the service, when they leave service of another company, we still have to get, in most cases, brand new paperwork, and may need another visit to the doctor. So Grace Healthcare will be inheriting these patients who have needs every day, but we won't be reimbursed for it. So we're call it a leap of faith, bread on the water, whatever. We've always kind of operated this way. I feel if we take care of people in this time of in between, we are putting out oxygen and servicing oxygen concentrators and servicing CPAPs and repairing equipment for people. We're not getting paid for it, and that'll be for a while. But if these people work with us and have patience, we'll get new paperwork. So we'll be, and frankly, we have to stay in business, so we're going to try to get them on board. But in the meantime, we're standing by these patients and working with them, and my hope is that's rewarded later by both people helping us go see their doctors and getting new prescriptions,
right? But
also that, it comes back to us in other ways.
Oh yeah.
So I treat it similar situation, and it's nothing. I look back at.
Well, the
remember
wonderful
Katrina.
Work that y'all always do.
Think about it. In Katrina, I figured, okay, I don't know if we're going to be in business, but let's go ahead and throw out all the equipment I have. I mean, if I'm going to go under, I'm going to go under in a big way. It doesn't matter. This is nothing near to a situation like Katrina, but I learned then that if you do good things, it'll come back, and we're doing a good thing. And I feel like we've helped these other owners that could have really ended up with it could have been an ugly situation.
Yeah.
That some of these, they wouldn't have been able to help their patients because they don't have the driver, they don't have the biller, they don't have whatever. But now we've changed that situation for them. So.
And it's an important thing too this time of the year, because I mean, here we are in the middle of hurricane season.
Absolutely.
And something happens, God forbid that we have a storm come through here, especially of the magnitude that we did, in 11 years ago.
In fact, probably a great time, if people haven't done this already, it's probably a great time because it's, until the season ends November 1st. But if you're not sure if you have enough oxygen cylinders, if you're not sure where you're going to go, give us a call. Whether you're a patient of ours or not, we're going to be here. We're set up to if there's any issues with weather, we're set up to keep on running. We have a generator hooked up to our warehouse, so we can keep on running as fast as we can.
I know, and the thing is you've got so many different locations that people can come to.
Absolutely.
To work with. Of course, your main location here on Broad, but we visited here not too long ago, your brand new CPAP location.
Oh yeah,
over in Gulfport. And
that's really turned out well. And I'll say this, Shop South Mississippi has helped us with that, because we've gone on there. People are coming in and calling the day after that any spot shows, but. The CPAP shop is exclusively for people who have CPAPs. Come in, you can look at new masks, you can look at new styles, you can look at new CPAPs, and we'll get you up and going.
Yeah, and the fact that how important it is to if you need to be educated, or if it's your first one. Absolutely. You need some education. You've got a great staff of people
respiratory therapists.
Respiratory therapists that'll show you exactly how to do.
And
keep them clean is really important.
And that's something that's changed because the with insurance and Medicare requirements, we still have respiratory therapists, and it got to a point where other medical equipment companies couldn't afford to keep respiratory therapists, and of course that would affect their oxygen and their CPAP business. So right. And I look at these are my friends that have other medical equipment companies, and I think it could have been us. It just, for whatever reason, we did things a little bit differently, and we're thankful for the situation, but we want to make the most of it for everybody.
Definitely. Tell us all the locations that y'all have now.
Okay. All right,
we got 40 seconds, so that's why I did give you some time.
West East, New Orleans, Slidell, Gulfport Warehouse, Biloxi, Pascagoula, Mobile, Pensacola, Columbia, Mississippi, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, McGee, Mississippi, and Jackson, Mississippi. And we have a call center, and it's kind of fun. We have a call center in Upland, California. So,
wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much for the wonderful work everybody does here. You need some help with any of your medical supplies, call them at Grace Healthcare.